I don't know if you saw it in any of the other videos, but they just sort of like sit next to each other. Don't touch the ball if possible.
CD just wants to rip it. Come on.
Hey there, Aussie Gregan here with Renegades to see what the team vibes are like. We'll do 3 2v2s on US East whilst they're on their boot camp before the winter major. Each player will try to carry Gregan as their teammates, and the winner is the one with the best goal difference. Right, mate, let's go meet the boys.
Yeah, my name's Kami. Little fun fact, I've actually got more assists than Garrett G in RLCS. I don't know why everyone's laughing, this is the first time I brought it up. Yeah, no, that's me.
Yeah, look, I'm CJ, and the fun fact about me is that I'm playing on a team with someone who's got more assists than Garrett G in RLCS. He's actually the most assists in RLCS history, so I'm really proud to be on a team with Kami, and I really would rather be playing golf right now.
My name's Fever. I'm 17, and a fun fact about me, I used to watch these guys play on stage when I was a little boy. I just came out of the womb. I guess I just grew up to play Rocket League, that's all.
Coach, reveal yourself.
Hello, I am the man LB. Oh,
No!
oh my.
All right, on to the video. Let's go, boys. Yeah, just all of us auto. Whoever gets me, gets me. Good luck. All right, let's go.
Hey.
Lovely.
Are we playing
Lost. Yeah.
All right. So we're just gonna try hard as much as possible, and while we do that, let's get asking you some questions. What's boot camp like, boys?
Oh, good. You know, we're just getting there. Getting over the jet lag, I guess, was the main thing so far.
Good
Oh
start.
my goodness, Rand, you're smacking that. What's going on here?
Getting over the jet lag. Yeah.
Day 2 of scrims, you know, about to start. Kami don't own goals.
Yeah,
We've got NRG today, so hopefully we can speed them.
Well, it's just as well you got more assists than Garrett G, isn't it? So you can dominate them on the pitch. Hang on, I want to know: is the assists thanks to Fever scoring all the goals?
Well, I've also got amazing passes.
No,
What?
true.
What do you mean?
It's a running joke in this team that Kami is actually easily the worst passer on the team. That he gets his assists from hitting the crossbar and us following it up.
That's not true at all. I'm also good at backwards.
Oh no. Let me get that.
Oh, so they're trying to own goal again.
No, that was a good save.
Yeah, good save, mate.
Gregan thought he had that.
I did. Then you came out of
Yeah,
nowhere.
Oh,
Always
gone
fun.
under.
Yeah, it's alright. Fever's there, mate.
Nah, he doesn't have
Yeah, we're getting 1v3.
Yeah, see you later,
And
mate.
I'm dead.
it. You did. Oh no.
So where,
You got him?
where is your boot camp?
In Michigan,
Ooh.
which is the Renegades facility in Detroit. Because they used to be the Detroit Renegades. I don't know if you know this, but
Cool.
yeah.
Getting a Renegades history lesson here. I love that.
There you go.
Love that.
So yeah, it's pretty. It's everything we could ever ask for, really. As I say that, as the the Renegades managers behind me.
He's got the best there going.
Yeah, I'm being held at gunpoint. It's the best place ever. It's the best place. It's like Disneyland. I love it. Oh my god, I'm on goal.
Stop trying to do that.
Don't get 50.
Why?
Okay,
Oh,
it's
man.
fine.
He's so panicky, bro.
That's good. He's gonna flip it into me.
Yeah, so
Nice.
readable.
Oh, he's gonna score on me. Nice. Oh, hang on.
There we
that's
go.
good
Let's
passing,
go.
Well,
Cool.
Oh,
We,
And that's why
had 'em on-
DJ's never good, man.
we had the boys on the back foot for a while there.
Definitely could have been
Thief.
a bit of touch.
don't want to talk about it.
While we're on
Oh, yeah,
that.
that's right. He goes right side.
No, I said I got it, mate. Read the chat.
Oh, I
Read
don't
the
read.
shit, mate.
Fuck's sake, bro.
Read that shit, bro. Get your eyes on the shit. Oh, this is good. This is good.
Oh, well defended.
I literally, he had that covered. You know he doesn't have cover though, this infield.
Yeah, open.
Oh,
Oh,
my
CJ
God.
and open nets, get back.
Everyone get back, everyone get back, everyone get back.
How long,
Don't-
how
you
long,
on that
CJ, until you're no longer good enough to make it to majors so that we can have you on the desk?
Oh, well,
Ooh,
if
that's
OCE got
nice.
better as a region. I don't know. I'm playing okay though. Oh,
Oh.
musty. Forget about me. Focus on the guys who got the most
Holy.
assists in RLCS history.
Oh, tell me about it.
You're such a veteran, bro.
Yeah, thanks, dude.
Why don't you talk about how I'm the oldest player at the major, Gregan? Isn't that crazy?
Oh, I mean, 23 as well. How? That's so young.
It's a bit of an embarrassment to the scene, isn't it? Like, if this is Counter-Strike, I'm pretty young.
Uh-huh.
But if this is Rocket League, everyone is 15 and 1 month going into this major.
It's all the young'uns coming through like fever, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Well, he's not even top 10
Getting
youngest.
old.
He's old.
He's an old boy at the event.
It's crazy.
Oh, so 1v1 fever. You versus CJ. Young versus old. Come on.
Yeah, I'm going AFK.
Nice, good pass.
Oh, that's amazing.
Get that, Kami? Hook it.
Yeah. I'm
Nice,
scoring.
double.
Nice. Oh,
Nice.
where'd you go?
Nice. Kami, touch. Oh yeah,
Yeah, you.
This is good. This is good.
He's up.
This could be anything, especially if he misses. Okay, I
Oh
missed.
my god. I'm getting pinched
No.
on.
Oh. Oh, this is a play.
Open.
Okay.
Oh my
Cheeky.
god.
Good
That
pass.
reward me.
Oh,
Come on.
You
Why
had no
is he
idea what was
so
happening
cheeky?
off of that touch.
Come on, that was sick. Look at that, off the ceiling, unintentionally trying to score it. Nice.
What about you, Kami? So you've been in the scene for a while.
Yeah.
You know, how's the scene different now for you? You know, you've had a big old break from international play. You're now playing against all the best teams in the world. How do you feel you as a region of Fed being landlocked? You know, you got young players coming through. You got new teams coming through now. How do they compare to the rest?
It's honestly all just like these youngins with their mechanics, to be honest, and trying to keep up with the mechanics. That's honestly the hardest part because, you know, I'm not the most mechanical player.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I don't know. It's a good challenge as well, I think, and like, you know, just improving your like reading ability, I guess. So it's still like I don't know. It's hard to keep up, but it's fun.
Yeah, I mean we're finding that in every region. You know, the players get younger and younger. You got your quesos of this world who are just coming through and schooling us all mechanically, and then you got the Zigtas boys. You know, EG are quite young as well, and all the youngins coming through from North America. I guess for you guys, oh my, that was open.
Sure, Donnan.
As you can see, I don't really know how to talk whilst playing the game. It's not a skill I've learnt over the years. Oh, go on. Oh, hello.
You got that, bro?
Give me another assist.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good assist.
Because you guys have a right laugh in comms, right? You guys are chatting so much rubbish whenever you're playing. How do you focus while you're chatting all this stuff? Does it help? Do you find it helps?
I don't think we do.
The less we focus, the better we play. No, it's just more like, you know, I think that Rocket League right now, because everyone's on a very similar level, like skill-wise, it is like so much mentality. Like it's so I think that us having like good vibes and just trying to, you know, ease the pressure on everyone else makes it a bit easier for us, and we don't get as nervous or, you know, feel the pressure as much. Maybe coach can enlighten us.
It's just being able to facilitate a positive team environment. I think that's the crucial thing. I think that if you're able to facilitate the environment where everyone's open with each other, whereby if someone has a problem, you're able to really just conform within each other. It's not like this thing where someone's got a problem, they're just going to go ahead and work it by themselves, right? You're able to just openly discuss whatever the issue is in a positive manner to really just find the ultimate solution. And I think being able to do that is crucial. You see it on some teams where there is that diverse nature whereby people aren't able to have those open conversations and talk about what they want to talk about. But if you have that openness, it just feels like everything's a little bit more connected, which is the biggest thing that we strive for sure.
Yeah, and you could see it came through in the full major for both you and Ground Zero. You guys were just chilling and having fun on stage, and there was a lot of other teams that looked quite tense compared to you. And even when you guys were making mistakes, you guys were having a laugh and having a good time about it. And that's the key, right? Is the effect of failure can often make teams play worse, and that's where you start getting that spiral into a tilty cycle, you know?
For sure.
Speaking of which, you know, we know you're about to go to the Winter Major, full major. I think you guys were probably the favourite team for a lot of people for behind the scenes. Were you expecting to see a little bit of that, especially with like the food and the hotel and everything? Are we going to see a little bit of that?
Oh, it depends, you know, how bad the hotel is, because obviously I'll have to get him. Can you save that? Nice. I messaged Corey actually. I was like, I better get like a suite, like, you know, put me up in the penthouse or something with a nice fridge, but apparently not. He said it's more content if they give me a worse place. Oh, what a save! Go.
That is actually insane.
Thank you.
That's why you're not on the desk yet.
Yeah. every now and then I have glimpses of where they're like, oh my god, this guy's incredible, but then apart from that, it's really bad. So
Oh,
like
that's my bad. I left you alone there.
that's okay. I'd calm me demoing me. He's scary. He's
I
like,
didn't touch you though. I don't know what your problem is.
Intimidation got me.
Any of you boys have the eggs back in the old hotel breakfast in the 4 major?
Oh, no. No shot.
I collected them.
Collected them. They were like a currency.
Yeah. I traded them off.
Didn't Yummy say that people were putting them like in the front of the casters' doors and stuff? Like,
Yeah. I drew a little egg boy _ I on one of them. Made a little character out of them. Juggled 3. Very functional. Not for eating though. So, and also the Swedish treats. You guys had that fun little content piece. Is there any of them which you still sort of get nightmares about? You know, like the sort of licorice or anything like that?
Oh, the licorice was so bad.
Yeah, as long as we don't have any Sweden food ever again, I'll be good.
Yeah, none of it was good really. Like, apart from the pizza, but even that was just like, it was just pizza.
I think it was just because everything else tasted so bad.
Probably, and that was the
I
last
wouldn't
thing,
order that pizza that we had, but I was like, oh, it's
yeah, unironically, you just wouldn't do it, would you?
Yeah. Go on then.
Oh, sorry, mate.
That's alright, mate. I've got this guy on toast.
Oh, heck, bro.
Can you get that?
Yeah, don't worry, mate.
Oh, one-on-one him? Oh, well, it's over.
Oh! I tried the
That was
musty.
exciting for a little bit. Oh, I passed it out to Fee, so actually I want to bump him, watch this. I distracted him.
I'm just
with
gonna
my
go.
voice.
Oh, it's in.
That's good, it's good, it's good.
It's in.
He's gonna ground
You're
pitch
done.
you up.
You're done.
We're fine. We're fine.
Okay,
Open.
Let's go.
We can win this. I mean, it was -3 for the first one, right? Fever, that's pretty
okay.
poor. You got -3. We're currently on 0 right here. Make
I'm
that.
pretty sure I can top that. Don't worry about it.
Make that +1, baby.
Come on. Well done, well done.
Nah, if I have a rematch, I'm sure I'll do better.
I mean, there's no rematches here, mate. If you want to go out there and win, you got to win it on the first try.
Single elim. That's what we want in the RLCS, isn't it?
Yeah, we love a single limb.
I need help.
No, you're fine. Believe in yourself.
I don't have any faith in myself. I get brought down by my teammates.
And everyone in the community is
I
like,
need so much help.
See,
it's fine.
Nice.
That would have been an assist if Fever went.
He
Oh,
doesn't have it.
Oh.
Just lots of...
God, this Fever chap does some mechanics, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, that's why, you know, we obviously...
Yeah, it's alright.
Obviously, before it was myself, Kami, and Siki, right? And
Yeah.
we had some good offense, but we really only had, like, Siki had the striking capabilities, but we didn't really have the solo play capabilities. But Fever just buys everyone so much time because he can actually do stuff on the ball, whereas me and Kami are a bit useless. So
It's quite useful
It's
to have
nice
that
having that.
skill, isn't it? Yeah. Ooh,
yeah.
let's put
Also, just, you know, having a bit of, you know, fresh, you know, he's motivated, energy, that sort of stuff. Whereas, you know, if you have sort of 3 veterans or older players, it can get a bit stale. You know, you get stuck in your ways.
yeah,
So
exactly.
it makes me and Kami want to be more mechanical. Oh, as he misses.
So Fever, you mentioned it earlier on, and obviously as a new player in an established region like OC, where it was sort of the same few players over and over again, what was it like being underage, watching these guys and thinking, God, I'm better than all of them, and then you're waiting for that opportunity to come in, and now you're here, now you're one of the best in the region. Well, how was that process for you?
Well, I can't obviously speak for people, I guess you could say, in major regions. I think it was a little bit easier for myself, like I guess moving up the food chain.
Yeah.
With like obviously a significantly
Oh,
my
Close.
smaller player base, but I guess it's just a learning process because like my first season was in season 9, right?
Yeah.
And
All
also it was
online.
rookie. Yeah, that was the same season like Amphis and I were like this season. So I guess I wasn't obviously the best in that season, but I guess I was bringing something new, if that makes sense, to like the region, where I was just like I guess permanently shadowing, and just I guess reintroducing defense. Because like I guess season 8, like Renegades, you know, the Taur, Siki, and Kami were really aggressive.
Uh-huh.
And also I looked up to everyone in the region because I was like 12. But I don't know. I think it's just like I just like playing defense, so I decided to implement
Nice!
that into my gameplay. I don't know, and I've just adapted ever since. just grown and grown. So.
Sorry, I'm out the 3-point turn, boys. I've done none of those in a while.
It's the ping.
It's the ping. Yeah.
Hey, that was good though. It was -1.
-1. You're in the lead, so it's all now. I mean, you got the advantage of going last, Kami, so you can come in and know where you got to play.
10.
You can sweat one game out knowing what you got to do. I'd just like to warn you, Kami, if you're going to make any assists, I'm not finishing them. I'm awful at finishing.
You're right. This is a big problem.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Oh.
Oh, dearie me.
No, we're fine,
dear.
mate. We're fine.
She'll be right. Ah, that's not right.
Seconds in.
Stars you mean to go on.
Wow. Go on then. I feel like with Thieves as well, particularly in OCE, like he gets so much respect from the other players, and he can sort of just like do whatever he wants because like no one wants to challenge him.
Yeah.
Or they expect him to like get a triple flip reset on every touch. So I think like there's you agree like you get a lot of room because like everyone does respect you.
That's not bad.
Which might look at that shot.
Oh,
which might make it harder. Which could be harder internationally where you are less respected, but I think that's like part of the challenge.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's one of the advantages of being at the top of an emerging region is you do just have that fear factor, that confidence that you can beat anyone. And I guess it's quite nice for you guys to start having newer teams coming through like you've had recently, because it's sort of a bit of a wake-up call, and it might test you a bit more locally so that when you get into that international stage, you're a little bit more prepared for higher quality opposition.
100%. And even like the Pioneers who have just qualified, they said in a lot of interviews, that for a while they were so intimidated, I guess, by us and the Ground Zeros, but then they were like, oh, actually, we're just as mechanical, we can beat them. And then they have those pop-off days where, because they are, three basically 15-year-olds with mech, like if they're all on song, they can, they'd be able to beat any team globally. It's just like the consistency factor it's the same with any other team. Like I guess KSO a bit as well. It's just going to be that consistency. Can they do what they've been doing, at a LAN setting now?
Yeah, 100%.
Help.
That's the assist.
That's the assist.
That's the assist.
It's more mental, isn't it?
Yeah, well, do you guys have support around mental and out of game factors, or is it
coach?
You have a coach?
Yeah. Well, he doesn't do much, but
Lockie's
we
actually
leave a lot out on him.
People might not know this, or they will if they watch him play the game once. But he's actually didn't play Rocket League. He's go on then, Lockie. Tell us about your background.
Yeah, basically. No, I guess out of the scene. I don't really come from a Rocket League background myself. Can you hear me? Is this on?
Yeah. Keep going, mate. Keep going.
Before.
Go on then.
Don't get nervous. Don't get nervous. Come on.
Basically, I have a background in sport and exercise science.
There it is.
So I'm a sport and exercise scientist, but also majored in. I did a postgrad in rehab counselling. So really trying to combine everything external, whether it be sleep, hydration, nutrition, caffeine supplementation, all those sort of things external to that is prevalent towards one game, but then also combining that with the internal factors of motivation, confidence, mindset, and all those sort of different factors that can, indirectly impact an individual.
Love it.
And just being able to indirectly have that ability to really cater towards everyone's needs, what they need, and what really drives them as an individual, I think is pretty crucial in the hindsight of things.
Oh, I love that. I mean, I'm a big believer in all that stuff. You guys, do you guys use the sleep hygienist who's in OCE? The one who talks about sleep, or do you just
Daniel.
have what? Daniel.
Yeah, well, that's I guess why we picked Lockie up, because obviously GZ were having a lot of success with Dan, and they were sort of raving about it in sort of RLCS and they were dominant. And I actually approached Dan and said, well, do you actually have anyone like you that would want to sort of work with us? Like, instead of, I guess, just having Dan, because Dan's obviously had his allegiances with Ground Zero, and he actually said, well, actually, there's a guy, I didn't realise that he wasn't a good bloke, but at the time, he was our only option, and I guess it's turned out for the better. He's he also, Lockie, you got your podcast with Mind Clickers, just talking about sort of the mental side of esports and stuff like that. So he's been perfect for us just to have that, because I don't think a lot of players need an actual coach, like this is where you need to be in this situation, pure gameplay. It is a lot, mental, like why can't you beat this team, like what's the mental hurdles you need to overcome, how you're dealing with pressure, what's your what's your sleep schedule like, you know, all that sort of. Oh my, I'm just
Holy!
What's going on? And I'm doing something. That's ridiculous.
Why don't you start talk casually?
I need it. Yeah. Oh my god.
Slotting in top corner.
Yeah, I think like the coaches I've had in the past, particularly speaking just for myself, was just been a lot of like it felt like they had their own ideas of how Rocket League should be played, and they weren't like either catering to the players or they just wanted the credit themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I came up with this awesome play, like I did everything, and they don't want to just like. Whereas you know having Lockie as a mental coach, it's more like righto, he's trying to, you know, develop us. I guess more on an individual level, just becoming better people. How we, as a team, how do we interact with our teammates? You know.
Yeah.
How do we be accountable for like each other's sleep and stuff, making sure we're, you know, putting our best foot forward. You know, that sort of stuff. Less like, oh, you know, we need to make sure this person gets back post this time, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
I get you.
I think that's just as important, or even more important.
Yeah, I get you on that. I mean, that was obviously a big part of what I did as a coach, and so I'm a massive believer in that side of things. I also came in with the Rocket League side, but I definitely, as time has gone on, realised that the actual in-game stuff doesn't make as big a difference as just keeping people motivated. I almost feel like coaching in Rocket League is more like strength and conditioning coaching than like tactical coaching, which is where a lot of coaches do go wrong, as they try and become too much of a chess player with their 3 players.
Yeah, 100%.
But we have a bit of a conundrum here.
Well, we went to
I'll
OT.
take
We went to OT. So
Well, a goal's a goal at the end of the day.
Yeah, goal's a goal. Hey, look. I have a bigger conundrum, which is I feel like we don't have enough time to keep talking because it's been so much fun. And maybe we'll have to get you back for another episode because I feel like we could talk for another 3 games, maybe another 3 after that. This has been so much fun. But I do have to crown a winner. And that winner is decided by who carried me the most, because both Kami and CJ came out with -1. And like CJ said, it went to overtime with CJ. So we've got to give it to him. So congratulations, CJ.
Thank you
for winning the competition. And I don't know if you know how this works, but your award is that you get to shout out your socials and everyone's going to go follow you.
Oh, beautiful. I need that as well out of all 3 of us.
Got enough of it.
Yeah, follow